Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Alakazooted, and today we're getting into a looster box. That's right, a looster box of Paradox Rift. I'm going to try to get my chase card. I want that Groudon. You know, we're going to go through, we're going to see if we could fare better with a looster box than a booster box. You know, that 12 to 14 hits, we're going to go for that or better here today with these loose packs. You know, before we get into it, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know how you've done with loose packs of Paradox Rift, and if you want to see more looster boxes or more booster boxes. What do you prefer? Now let's get into this first pack. You know, I personally have so much more fun with the looster box. You know, it's a great time. The odds are crazy. The gamble's nuts, you know, and you never know how you're going to fare. And I dig that. I dig those odds. Could be really good. Could be really bad. Could be lots of doubles. Could be lots of just big hitters. You know, it could be just duds, man. It could be anything. And that's what's great about it. And we got a Sandy Shock EX. All right, so we got our first little hit here. I'm going to start laying these out in different, like, categories here so we can get a little bit of a better idea of how we're doing as we go. But yeah, man, I like this set. I usually find this set at like a dollar store or a grocery store. I don't usually ever find this anywhere else. No big box stuff unless they have like the little packs with the promo, you know what I mean? Those ones once in a while, those little singles, but that's about all I ever find with Paradox. You know, it's been pretty much out of the cycle in my area. All right, nothing yet, nothing crazy, but I don't know, I dig this set. There's some pretty dope cards in this set, and I would love to see, obviously, my chase card that I'm going for. I'm trying not to purchase some of these chase cards, you know. I'm trying to sit here with you guys and open these looster boxes or whatever else I can open just to see if we can pull these cards, you know, because that's always what I would rather do. I'd rather just pull the cards myself, you know, the excitement of and the gratification of just like getting it like just on your own, man, and just opening it and like being like, wow, I can't believe I got this card, you know, because the odds are crazy. You know, I've pulled a couple of the big chase cards in some sets before, but it's a tough game. Usually I just end up doing decent, you know. I'll get like an illustration rare or something, sometimes an SIR, but oh, we got gold. We got that Garchomp EX. All right, looking sick. Man, loose packs, I feel like I definitely always have a better chance of getting gold. Oh, I'm going to separate that, sorry. You know, I feel like the gold opportunity is always higher with the loose packs, for sure. Like, I just opened loose packs, like you may have seen, of 151. And sure enough, you know, no real hits except for 2 gold out of like 15 packs. So that's interesting. That's an interesting thing to look at. And those were from, I think I got those out of tins mostly, and like a poster collection. So, you know, it's close to single packs. You know, I know that one's a tough one to get, you know, just loose packs of because they're always pulled out of something. It's a specialty set, you know how that goes. All right. But I've been grinding like crazy lately with work, and you know, before work I'll stop at a couple stores and I'll just check, you know, see if they got anything. And usually I don't get too lucky, but once in a blue moon I'll be at the supermarket and then bam, there they are sitting right at the register. You know, or I'll be at CVS in the morning and they'll say they got some cards in, and I'll buy a good stack of sleeved boosters, you know. Ooh, we got another hit. We got an Iron Moth. We got an illustration rare too, so that's super dope. Shkabing. We'll put that right there. Looking awesome. Or it's like an art rare, I guess you could call that. I don't know. However you, I get them all mixed up all the time, you know. I just think they're all awesome. You know, I'm used to the vintage, so it's still hard for me after all these years to get used to like all the different types. You know, I'm just always like, oh yeah, we got a textured illustration, you know, or we got a gold one or whatever. Like, you know, that's how I always am with that stuff. Wu Chien. All right, we're almost through the first half of this Looster box. And I feel like so far it's okay. Not too bad, but not too great. Not as many hits as we would have imagined. We got something. All right, we got a Frostlass EX. So we got another little hit here. Kaboom. But if we do end up just hitting bigger cards, you know, if we hit illustrations and golds and stuff like that, if we hit a little less, it'll still be worth it, right? So hopefully we'll get one or the other. All right, almost. Whoop. Basic energy. Yamask. Flamigo, Crocolore, and a Bombardier EX. All right, so we got another little EX hit. Kablammer. See, now it's making it's getting closer to making more sense here. We're at 5 hits for the half. You know, if we can get 6 or 7 for the half, that would be great. That would be right in line with, you know, the amount we're trying to go for. So let's see. Veluza. Uh-oh. That's a sign. I'm going to be a Veluza on this half here. Last pack magic on this half. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it. It looks like we might have just a regular rare. Let's see. And yep, Palkia. Dang. Bummer. All right, we got the second half now. We got to go to. Let's see. Whew. Like, it's a tough getting the. It's tough. It's a tough. Nah, it's tough to get these chase cards, man. Like, I want that Groudon. I don't want to buy that damn card. I want it. Well, I'm buying it by buying all these packs, but you know what I mean. Man, difficult communicating. I feel like I'm being just as difficult sometimes trying to say stuff to you guys as like my customers are with me sometimes, right? Like, okay, so let me give you an example, right? Some story time action. So at the shop, you know, customers will ask me, you know, about getting tattooed. They'll ask me prices and stuff. Ooh, Professor Toro's scenario. Awesome. Another little hit here. Hell yeah. So, like, they'll be like, yo, how much for a sleeve? And I'm like, well, then, like, let's say they contact me just in a message. And they're like, yo, how much for a sleeve? And I'm like, okay, well, I need detailed information on what you're getting, the style, you know, black and gray or color. And then if you're not in front of me, I need detailed measurements. You know, I need like the circumference in inches for different sections of your arm. You know, I need all kinds of like maybe photo examples that you're looking for, detailed descriptions of just in general where everything's going, measurements for any main pieces so I can get an idea of how much detail I can put into each, all kinds of stuff, right? And then like they'll respond and they'll be like, oh, just like regular. And I'm like, what does that mean? What is regular? What? I asked you a bunch of questions for very detailed stuff. Oh, I think I got a peek of something here. Oh, we got a gold beach court. And they'll just be like, yeah, regular. How much? And I'm like, what does that even mean? You need to answer my questions here. And like, I'll be like, oh, just send me some measurements for your arm and just some basic references or something. And then like, it'll narrow down to they'll just send me pictures. And then they'll be like the size that they are in the photos. And I'm like, your arm isn't the size of someone else's. You know, it could be, you know, you could be a linebacker. You could be a little dude, you know, you could be real scrawny. Who knows? You could be a heavy guy. I don't know. You got to give me all kinds of info. And like, it's just nonstop a cycle of just not getting like the point through to anybody, you know? And like, or they're not getting anything through to me because they're just not communicating. Like, they're just, oh, just like, well, look how much. And you're just like, come on, man, give me some details. Cracks me up. I never know what to do in those situations, right? Or like when somebody comes in, here's a funny one, right? Another story, like story time of some stuff from customers. Like, I'll get customers that'll come in and they'll be like, oh, I want to get a tattoo. And I'm like, oh, what do you want to get? And they're like, I don't really know. Like, can you help me out? And I'm like, sure. Like, what are you into? And they're like, I don't really know. Like, I like all kinds of stuff. And I'm, oh, Mewtwo EX. And I'm like, what kind of stuff? And they're like, I don't really know. And I'm like, okay, but like, you know, do you have any hobbies? And they're like, well, not really. I'm like, do you like, are you watching anything? Do you collect anything? Anything like that? And they're like, no. And I'm like, do you have any regular things that like you do routinely that you're passionate about? And they're like, not really. I'm like, do you have any friends? Like anything? Like, can you give me something, man? Like, if I don't know somebody, what am I supposed to do? What do I do? I don't know. It's all a confusing game trying to work with people sometimes and figure it out. And sometimes it's such a relief to come here and just chat. Open some packs, man. It's not difficult. I'm just chilling, opening some packs and babbling. Another Bombardier EX. Whoop. So far, you know, we're not at our chase card yet, but like I said, see, the gold, man. The odds of getting gold on single packs, like, seems crazy. Crazy good. That was a nice buttery pack opening right there. Did you see that? Ooh, that was nice. It just felt real smooth in my hands. That Oricorio actually looks cool. Porygon Z. I feel like I gotta, like, I'm building some kind of weird new muscle in my shoulders or arms that I don't usually mess with. Because I'm holding these in such a weird position, like up a little bit high. I keep them nice and raised up, you know? And then I feel like I actually do get, like, some kind of weird, like, soreness from doing that. Like, or like a cramp from having my arms unusually, like, out in a weird way. Like, 'cause, like, I hold them out differently, obviously, when I tattoo, so maybe it's just a slightly different position that I'm not used to for extended times. Or I'm just tired after a long day of tattooing. I tattooed for, you know, like 9 hours today, so. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, another gold! You see what I mean? It's crazy, dude. The gold action in these singles. What is happening? It's crazy. I can't get my chase cards, but I can get plenty of gold. Gold galore. I love gold! Except, like, a lot of the gold cards aren't as cool looking as, obviously, the illustrations. Some are great. Like, some gold cards look so good. Crown Zenith, shout out. My favorite set. The best gold cards out there. I don't care. You can argue with me all you want on that one if you have a preference on any gold cards in any set. But, man, nothing beats the Crown Zenith gold cards. They're so good. So good. Cyclizar, Spinda. Oh, man. We're almost down to... What are we down to? We're down to our last 5. 5 left. That's it. Okay. We gotta take it easy on this. This is getting nuts. I just finished my monster. I need another monster. Bah! All right. Come on, Arceus. Help us out here. We're talking to you up there. Give us the hope that we need. Give us the help. Send magic into these degenerate finger tingles we got. Man, great Steelix card. Just off the charts art. See, like, the art in these cards, man, it's crazy sometimes, and they need to be full illustrations, dude. Come on, Pokemon, what are you doing? Like, you can repurpose these arts and just make them full ones, and I'll be, like, so beside myself excited. Like, it's not hard to please a lot of us in the Pokemon world. You know, all you got to do is give us, like, a really banger full art card, like, where it's just, where I could just look at it and, you know, you can replace some of the cards in your deck with those. Oh, man, we got a full art. Hell yeah. Look at that. Bing, bang, boom. Shkaboomer. All right, and we got 2 packs left. So let's see if we can get some magic here. 2-pack magic. That's what we can hope for. Let's see. Elekid. Oh, Aegislash. We're getting played on that one. Let's see. Zoop. Air Palm. Blitzel. Oh, and another Blitzel. We got Blitzed and Blitzel. Last pack magic. Wow, that's a great looking card. Look at how awesome that is. Just chilling up in the forest, dude. Man, that looks great. Hell yeah, last pack magic. Woo. All right, now let's count these hits here. Out of a Looster box, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What? Okay, so we got 12. We got basically like our standard minimum basic amount for like a booster box, you know, like the 12 to 14 range. But we got 3 gold cards here. That's crazy. We got 3 gold cards, 2 illustrations. Like, I'm pretty happy with that. We didn't get our chase card, and we will be searching. Let me know if you want to see a regular booster box or if you want to see me do more of the Looster box of Paradox Rift. Alakazooted out.